Ziyech with the header into Barcola, and there's the opening goal!
The whole footballing world knows about Mohamed Salah, and he's gone now, and someone needs to come in and be the star of Liverpool.
Right, this one's breaking as we speak, so let's get into it properly. Liverpool aren't just chasing one winger from Paris Saint-Germain this summer, they're chasing two. And if both deals actually go through, it might be the single biggest attacking overhaul Anfield has seen in years, with a genuine domino effect that could push a current first-team player straight out the exit door. Let's start with what's actually being reported, because this has moved fast in the last 24 hours. Liverpool are in advanced talks over a blockbuster move for Bradley Barcola, with an opening offer reportedly worth around £100 million already on the table. At the same time, according to RMC Sport, Liverpool have pushed to open a second, completely separate deal for his PSG teammate, 18-year-old Ibrahim Mbaye, and the teenager has already given the move his personal green light. That's not one club fishing around two names to see what sticks. Multiple outlets are now confirming Liverpool genuinely want both. Iraola himself basically told reporters as much, saying plainly, "There are obvious situations where we need to sign players. Winger, for example, we definitely need to sign a winger." Note the word winger singular in that quote, and then look at the two names actually on the table. This isn't hedging, this is a manager stating a priority and the club acting on it twice over. Let's talk about Barcola first, because the numbers explain exactly why Liverpool are prepared to pay 9 figures for him. Over the last 3 League One seasons, Barcola is the only player in the entire division to record more than 400 touches inside the opposition box, 526 of them specifically. In that same stretch, he's contributed 29 goals and 18 assists across 91 league appearances. This season alone, he's already on 11 goals in 29 matches, level as PSG's outright top scorer, with an expected goals return in the 98th percentile for the entire league. He's 23 years old, already a multiple Champions League and League One winner, and reports suggest personal terms with Liverpool won't be a stumbling block at all. The only real hurdle is agreeing a fee with PSG. Mbaye is a completely different profile, and that's actually the point. He's an 18-year-old Senegalese international, primarily a right-sided attacker who made 30 appearances for PSG last season, despite being stuck behind an attacking line that included Ousmane Dembele, Gvicha Kvaratskhelia, Désiré Doué, and Barcola himself. He scored against France at the World Cup this summer in a losing effort, genuinely announcing himself on the biggest stage in the sport. PSG have set his valuation at around €50 million, and here's the detail that tells you how seriously Liverpool are taking this one. They've made direct contact with his new agent, Jorge Mendes, after a deal that was reportedly close with RB Leipzig collapsed. Since then, Mbaye has been prioritising the Liverpool project specifically, even with Tottenham, Manchester City and Borussia Dortmund all still circling. Subscribe if you're enjoying this one, because the transfer stuff is about to get even more interesting when we talk about what this actually means for the current squad. Because here's the part that should genuinely worry one specific Liverpool player right now. Multiple reports are explicit that landing both Barcola and Mbaye would significantly accelerate Cody Gakpo's departure from the club, with Tottenham reportedly waiting in the background to swoop the moment the transfer window edges towards its close. Gakpo's currently one of Liverpool's senior options across the front line, but if 2 new wide forwards arrive in the same window, the maths on available minutes simply stops working for him. Let's actually think through how this squad could realistically line up if both deals get done, because this is where the tactical picture gets genuinely fascinating under Iraola specifically. Barcola's most natural home is on the left, cutting in off that flank the way he's done for PSG. Direct running in behind, constant presence inside the box, exactly the profile Iraola's vertical, transition-heavy system craves from a wide attacker. Mbaye, primarily right-footed and deployed on the right for PSG last season, would give Liverpool a genuine specialist on that side too. Someone who can stretch defences immediately rather than needing time to build an attack around him. Picture a front line with Isak or Ekitike central, Barcola left, Mbaye right, and suddenly Liverpool have serious pace and directness across the entire forward line. Exactly the kind of profile that terrorised Premier League defences during Iraola's Bournemouth years, just with considerably more individual quality attached to it. Underneath that front three, you'd still have Wirtz and Soboslai rotating through the number 10 and 8 roles, Gravenberch anchoring things, which starts to paint a picture of a genuinely frightening attacking unit. Fast, direct, technically excellent, and specifically built for exactly the kind of high-tempo transition football Iraola made his name coaching. It's also worth thinking through the rotation logic here specifically, because signing two wingers isn't just about who starts the opening weekend. It's about surviving a season with Champions League football added to the calendar. Iraola's pressing system is physically brutal. It demands relentless work rate from wide attackers every single match. And Liverpool learned last season exactly how costly it is when that specific profile of player breaks down through injury or fatigue with no like-for-like cover behind them. Having both an established 23-year-old and a fresh, hungry 18-year-old competing for those same two starting berths means genuine rotation without a drop-off in intensity, rather than simply hoping one or two players can carry an entire 90-plus fixture season on their own legs. Now let's actually break down why both of these signings map onto Iraola's system so cleanly, because it's not just about individual quality, it's about profile fit specifically. Iraola's entire footballing identity, built over 3 seasons at Bournemouth, revolves around winning the ball back aggressively and then moving it forward immediately, rather than resetting through patient build-up. That system lives or dies on wide attackers who can turn a defensive recovery into a genuine attacking threat inside 2 or 3 touches. Barcola's numbers, that box touch dominance specifically, tell you he's a player who gets into dangerous areas relentlessly rather than drifting on the periphery of games. Mbaye's World Cup goal against France came from exactly that kind of direct, incisive movement. Neither player needs a slow, structured build-up to become dangerous. Both thrive in exactly the chaotic, fast transition moments Iraola's whole coaching career has been built around manufacturing. There's also a squad balance logic worth pointing out. Signing a proven 23-year-old international alongside an unproven but electric 18-year-old gives Liverpool both immediate impact and long-term value in the same position group, a version of the same layered recruitment approach that brought in Jeremy Jacquet and Giovanni Leone at centre-back before Konate ever left. It's not just star power, it's genuine squad architecture, building depth and succession planning into a single window, rather than scrambling for a short-term fix and having to revisit the same problem again in 12 months. There's a financial angle worth mentioning too, one that Liverpool's recruitment team have leaned on repeatedly under this current regime. Buying a slightly unproven talent like Mbaye now before a full breakout season fully establishes his market value is exactly the kind of value-conscious business that's defined the club's approach in recent windows. Think of it as a lower-risk version of the logic behind the Victor Munoz deal earlier this summer. €50 million for an 18-year-old who's already scored at a World Cup and forced his way into PSG's rotation despite genuinely elite competition ahead of him looks considerably more forgiving, resale value-wise, than the number Barcola will command. Now let's talk downsides, because a deal this size deserves honest scrutiny, not just excitement. The financial commitment here is enormous. €100 million for Barcola plus something in the region of €50 million for Mbaye would represent one of the biggest single-window outlays in the club's history, on top of an already expensive rebuild under the previous regime. Spending that kind of money on 2 players occupying similar areas of the pitch, rather than addressing other potential needs elsewhere in the squad, is a genuine strategic gamble, especially with question marks still hanging over positions like defensive midfield. There's also a squeeze concern that cuts both ways. If both deals complete, that's a genuinely crowded forward line: Isak, Ekitike, Ngumoha, Chiesa, Munoz, plus 2 new arrivals, all competing for a handful of starting spots. Rio Ngumoha specifically, who impressed hugely in pre-season and looked like a genuine breakout prospect, could find his path to regular minutes considerably more blocked than it looked a few weeks ago, which is a real cost worth weighing against the upside of 2 proven wide attackers arriving at once. and Mbaye specifically carries obvious adaptation risk. He's 18, has never played outside League One, and is walking straight into a Premier League title race under a brand new manager. A lot to ask of a teenager, even one this talented. History is full of promising young wingers who needed real time to adjust to England's physicality and pace before their underlying ability translated into consistent output. There's also the matter of PSG's own resistance to selling. Reports have described their stance as only accepting an exceptional offer, which means both deals could still easily drag deep into the closing days of the window, or collapse entirely, the way Mbaye's earlier move to RB Leipzig did before Liverpool's interest properly materialised. But weigh all of that against what Liverpool are actually trying to build here. A frontline completely reshaped around genuine pace and directness, specifically tailored to the exact football Iraola has spent 3 years proving works at the highest level. Two wingers who both thrive in the chaotic, high-turnover moments his entire system is designed to create. And a manager who's told the media directly in plain language that wingers are the priority this summer, then gone out and pursued not one but two of them from the same club simultaneously. So here's where this lands. If Liverpool actually land both Barcola and Mbaye before this window closes, it won't just be a busy transfer deadline, it'll be a statement of exactly how serious this club is about building a squad specifically engineered for Iraola's football, whatever the cost, and whoever ends up squeezed out the door as a result. Anyway, that's my take. Let me know down below whether you'd rather Liverpool land both of these or spend that money fixing other areas of the squad instead. Subscribe if you want more of these. I'll see you in the next video.